The note. Okay. All right, Penny, we're live. We're live and on time.
Woohoo!
We're live and on time, and we're
Love
so
it.
happy about that. And today, you're going to be happy because Penny's here. It's Meet the Staff, and today we're going to meet Penny.
Yeah.
And a lot of you have talked to Penny on the phone, or you've
Yep.
seen her in the store. She works quite often, mostly during the day, but then on the weekends also. And Penny's here. She brought some stuff. All you Elmo fans, you're going to love seeing Elmos and gnomes. And I see a Hawaii sticker there.
Oh, yeah.
So we got lots to share with Penny. So I hope everyone's liking this series that we're doing. It's Meet the Staff. And all of our staff members designed a layout about them, and we've been putting them up on the wall as we've been showing and talking about people. So we're going to fill our wall with our wonderful employees here at Memory Bound. And then also people that are doing their pages, they're using the Color Vibe from Simple Stories. So we are featuring Color Vibe this month, which has paper, chipboard, flowers, buttons, washi tape, enamel dots, I think I hit it all. Stickers. Oh yeah, it's got great alphabet stickers too. So we're featuring that and Meet the Staff, and everyone's been enjoying it so far. And Penny, I know they're going to love meeting you today too.
Thanks.
So before we meet Penny, although you've met Penny, but before we learn more about Penny that we didn't know, we've got a few things to show. And the first one is this really nice Valentine card from Sharon. So Sharon, love it. And I do want to point out this technique where she's got the gold heart, and then she cut out a red heart, and then the inside heart is just not quite cut all the way out of the red heart, so it stays loose. I think that's really, really fun. Isn't that clever, Penny?
That is very clever. I may have to check that out.
I'm not sure how she did it.
I was going to say, Sharon, you're going to have to tell us what you did.
I don't know if it's like don't put the die all the way to the edge or how it works. I think you probably, I don't know.
Or I wonder if you put something down the middle. I mean, that to me...
it could be that there is a tool from Sizzix about it, and that you can put down the middle and it doesn't cut.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Tim Holtz. What's it
Yeah. I don't know, but...
Yeah, we know, but we don't know.
Yeah.
We're going to ring the bell on that one, Penny.
Huh, we are? Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Ring the bell. We're going to find out, because there is a tool. But Sharon, thank you so much for the Valentine card. We love it. And her envelope was even sealed with washi tape, which I love that also.
That Sizzix tool that holds out on the middle, you know, that you put down the middle of...
Would you like me to go get that?
Yes,
Please.
Chris is going to go get
We don't know the name of it.
Okay, and then let me come around there, because Chris made some cards. She was off yesterday because it was her birthday. So happy birthday one day late, Chris. And she made cards with the Say It With Flowers paper, the signature collection from, I don't know who that's from.
Signature, Sarah Davies.
Oh, Sarah Davies. Thank you,
You're
Chris.
welcome. I did those this morning real quick.
Oh,
'cause we all know I'm up at 5. And
She
then I'm
made
like,
them
now
this
what am I gonna
morning.
do?
I'm the type that I get up really not even in time to get ready and leave, but Chris has always got something going on.
Yeah.
So it's the dimensional cutting pads. So you could use that on that heart, and it wouldn't cut through the middle.
Or butterfly. Oh.
Yeah,
I have this.
We have demoed that before. So Chris's card, she thought the papers were so beautiful that just cutting them up and making them into card backgrounds was really, I mean, this card is the paper just cut into a piece for an A2 card, and then she put her greeting and popped it up and added a gem, and it's beautiful. Very pretty.
Yeah.
And her other card is kind of a pocket, and I believe she fussy cut the little flower on the top. So the little piece pulls out, this little piece pulls out, and then she has a surprise, and it says thank you on the inside. And she's still deciding what she's going to put on the circle. But Chris, thanks for getting up at 5 o'clock this morning and making cards so that we can show them to everybody.
To me, it looked like that just belonged there. I wasn't going to pull it.
I didn't think you were. That's why
No, I
I
know.
pulled it
Thank you
out.
for that.
So the Say It With Flowers is really a beautiful collection, and Penny's kind of thumbing through it. And there's a new collection with daisies that we have more coming. We showed it a few days ago and it sold out, but we do have more coming. They're both very beautiful. Okay, and then it's a honeybee day because we're going to show you some different stamps and dies from honeybee. And we'll start off with a wow because we got in the picnic basket. This was the coaster that Kim sent to Diane, and it's got that really cute little picnic basket. And we showed this last week, and then we went out and we ordered the picnic basket. So if you would like to make a picnic basket like that or similar, we have the die now. And how much is the die, Penny?
It is $12.99.
Well, that's kind of surprising. I thought it would be more.
I did too.
I thought it'd be more. So we do have that in stock if you
That's
want
so
to use it. You
cute.
can do it for really any season. And the little hearts are from the Lucky Love impresslets from Tim Holtz. And I believe we still have those in stock.
Yep.
All right, and this is random. This is not honeybee. But the cardboard box is back in stock from Impression Obsession. And that has 2 dies in it, so it's very dimensional. And another cute container. And Penny, this is one that you used.
Yeah.
And Katie used it last year. Sending Hugs, I think, is the name of this one. Is that right?
It is Hugs and
Hugs
Closed.
and Closed. They had all of these different hugs
Hugs
ones, and I
Closed,
couldn't
yep.
keep them straight. So it's got a coordinating die to cut out the envelopes and the little phrases and the happy mail. So those are back in stock. And then this one is a new one. And Penny's looking.
Simply Stated.
So it's got all of these little phrases and they're curved so you can put them right in here and put that on the front of your card and you pretty much have it made. Or you can add these little, look at this little tiny for you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm guessing that fits on this tag.
Yep. Or
So
heart.
it's very versatile and it does have a die set that goes with it. And it's called Simply Stated.
Stamp is $20.99 and the die is $23.99.
It's got a lot on it.
Oh,
Hello,
yes.
sending love, missing you, thank you. Got lots of things, Penny. Okay, what is this one called?
The Spring Peony.
Oh, okay.
We did this last spring.
And this one has been discontinued. So if you were thinking about getting it, we do have the
Oh.
stamps and the dice available. But Honeybee has discontinued it. So, and you did color this
I
one.
did.
So that's a really beautiful flower. We color it with watercolor or Copics or whatever you may like.
Sentiments called Bitty Buzzwords Bloom.
So, and you know what? It's going to be time to bloom soon because spring is coming.
Yes.
So it's nice you can use the big words with all the little words. And this one's very similar.
With sympathy.
So you have things like general ones like not feeling well or wish I could make the pain go away, praying for you, thinking of you. And then it has a die that fits the sorry and the sympathy that coordinate. So if you wanted to cut those out, you sure could.
Okay.
Those are kind of when people need cards the most, Penny.
Yes. Tag Your It celebrations.
So this is the tag, kind of the tag builder, you might say. These little sentiments are going to fit right into these tags. So if you
Those
could
are
put them on a
cute.
card front or on a gift or whatever you might like. It looks like it's got baby, graduation, birthday, wedding, and handmade just for you and to from.
That's a nice set. Ooh, let's get some critters. Easter buddies.
It's so cute because it's got the little back of the bunny.
Yeah.
And those are going to have a die set also that coordinates. And it's got all your Easter things like grass, but it also includes like a cross, so you can kind of go with the faith or you can go with kind of the fun, bunnies and things.
That's cute. Okay, well, since we're on sets here, so here is Happy Easter sentiments with dies.
You make me so happy. Some bunny loves you. May your heart be full of love and your basket be full of chocolate.
Yeah.
Those are really cute.
And one without a die is Best of Everything. Nice sentiments. I like how it's different fonts within the sentiment.
I like that too.
Yeah.
You know I'm here for you, praying for you every day. Big hugs. It's another one of those, I'm thinking about you and I'm here for you if you need it,
Right.
if you need me.
Another one without the die. It's always been you.
You are my person. Love you more than my morning coffee. This is good for Valentine's Day.
Love is friendship set on fire. Now we have
Okay.
some die cuts. So this is the floral bouquet wrap.
So that's going to look like, it doesn't happen to me often, but sometimes people get flowers and they're wrapped like in a paper.
What? Kelly, you don't get flowers?
Too often, and that's okay.
Oh, okay.
So, and then this is pierced plate like values for her.
Swirling leaves cover plate.
I had not used a cover plate until I saw Val's.
I
quilted
know,
cards.
right?
Very,
I
very
had to
nice
go buy
background.
one.
And then we do have a really good suggestion from Val. She was talking about how these would go really good with the Tim Holtz little bunny die that's
Oh,
out right
yes.
now. Okay, and then we have a new card kit from a company we've never gotten card kits from. And Penny, I did open one.
Okay.
It's $9.99 and it makes 15 cards. And you get a whole package of ephemera, and then you get your card bases and your envelopes and some other pieces. So you get all kinds of pieces. I think we're going to be reordering these. And then it's got little directions, and basically they're kind of a picture guide to make your cards. So they show you what you need. Like here's your card, and it's got all the pieces that you need, and then you can kind of follow it and put them together. And I'm sure you could do your own thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have a
it
question
folds
about the cover plate too. Oh yeah, there's lots of cards in there. I'm sure we're going to be ordering more of those. I want to put one together to see what they're like.
Okay.
So the cover plate is a die, and it doesn't really cut anything out. It just pierces. So I think
So
we have a
it's-
sample on the glass shelf of one of Val's cards. So it's going to pierce all these little holes and make this leaf pattern on your background. And Val kind of got the interest back going with these. And like I said, I hadn't used one until she showed it, and it was pretty cool. So Penny went and got one of her cards.
So
It's the same. Oh, it's the same one.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you, Penny.
you can see the punch, and then you can also see it from the inside then. You can see.
That's really, really neat. And there's several of them. It's $20.99.
There's
just-
like a diamond one.
Yeah,
and, yeah.
Pink Fresh has some. It's just a way to make your background a little less plain or a little less backgroundy. Okay, and then we also have a stamp, and Penny's going to be doing something like this.
Yes, this is the Columbine, Wild Columbine, and it's a bundle because you get the stamp and the die, and it is $25.99. But wait, there's also the
Yeah.
layering stencil that you can add to it and do other things with it.
Does it have a picture on the back? Oh, I guess it shows kind of the layers on the stencil. Does
So
the
there's 4 different layers, and that would be your final.
does the stamp have a picture on the back? Oh, it
Does
does not.
not.
It does not.
No.
Anyway, stay tuned because Penny has
Yep.
one of these, and it's got really good sayings on it, like "Hello, friend. Happy birthday to you. Just for you. Thank you." With deepest sympathy. So the florals can go with a lot of different themes, and this covers them all, or covers a lot of them. And last but not least, we've got some graduation to show you. We've been stocking up for graduation because it's about that time. Here's a couple of die cuts. And we have a whole section in our theme area called graduation. There's the diplomas. Those make good card borders.
We'll get some
And those just came in, the
Mortarboard
little
brads.
brads.
and some stickers, some like puffy stickers.
And then
Favorite time,
I
hats
like
off.
hats off. That's fun.
And our fun paper.
Now, and this was released last year, and I thought this was one of the most fun graduation collections I'd ever seen. I just think it's funky and cool, and maybe you don't even use it for graduation itself, but it's got a lot of fun papers for.
And it's got, does it have a sticker sheet to it?
Yeah, you get the
this
sticker and the papers.
Paper cutout.
All right, and then we have a question about the stencil, and it does coordinate. It does coordinate with the stamp. There's the flowers all done up with the stencil. So they are both, was it Columbine?
Yeah, Wild Columbine.
Wild Columbine. Those are from Hero Arts. So, all right, that was a lot of new stuff. Thank you, Sharon, for the card. Thank you, Chris, for making up cards. And I think we're ready to meet Penny. We're ready to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Learn some cool stuff. And Penny, before that, because yesterday I forgot, our Valentine and all of our winter things are 30% off. So that's through Sunday. So you can go online, you can come in the store, and what you're going to find is those items are 30% off. That's our 5-day special, and it started yesterday. So we still have quite a good selection. And Penny, remind me at the end of the video that we need to show this.
Okay. Got it.
All right, so here we go. Penny, tell us about Penny.
Well, so I grew up in Sheraton, Iowa, down south, home of Hy-Vee. I was a middle child. I had an older brother and a younger sister. I went to school at UNI to become a teacher, and I was an elementary music teacher, 2 years at the high school in the beginning, but started in elementary, transferred to the high school, did some more elementary.
I didn't know you did high school music.
Yeah. When the superintendent shows up at your door and says, Penny, how would you like to go to the high school next year? And you say, oh, well, that's really a big compliment. Thank you very much. I'm just not really ready to do that yet. And he goes, Penny, I don't think you understand. How would you like to go to the high school?
My gosh.
I said, oh, I would love to go to the high school. Thanks.
That must be where you got your, I'll anything you ask me, I'll do it. That must be where you got that from.
I think so. My dad always said, be flexible. Be flexible and you'll go a long way. So I did high school for 2 years and then back to the elementary. I met Jeff when I was at the high school. That was his first year. I leaned over, because if I don't say it, he will. Leaned over to my friend and I said, well, it looks like I'm going to have to wait another year. And my room was the last room before you leave the building, and he would always come down and readjust his box and his load. And he was a farmer, grew up on the farm, and so he became our craftsman for our swing choir, and that was the beginning of hauling and toting for Penny.
And it's still happening.
Yes, it is. So I left Centerville and got a job at the elementary in Newton, and then we became engaged, and then he stayed while we were engaged, but then he got a job at Lincoln in Des Moines, and when we got married, we lived in Newton, and then we got our first house in Mitchellville. And he would commute east, I would commute west, and we decided that our breaks were not the same, so we decided it was time for a change, and I went to Des Moines, and then I ended up at Southeast Polk. After 33 years and the rule of 88, I retired.
Oh my gosh.
We have 2 kids, Caitlin and Jonathan, and we're very proud of them. They are both now married, and one set has become parents, and one set's becoming parents soon this fall. So I'm a grandma once and twice before Christmas.
Well, and just became a grandma. We showed
Yes.
we showed a picture of Reagan when we were showing something. I don't remember what it was, but
It was last week I was here, and
We had
Katie
something.
did. Katie did her little simple stories, simple life.
yes, and
Yeah.
she had a picture of her on there.
Yeah. So we like to camp and travel and have family time. COVID really reminded us how much we really enjoy spending time with the kids. And going back through the scrapbooks, it's like, oh, yeah.
We used to do that a lot.
We used to do that a lot. So I brought a couple of things with me today.
Yeah, I'm anxious to hear about everything.
So this was one of my early scrapbooks, and this is a Creative Memories. That's how I started.
Oh, that looks so typical. I remember all of that from Creative Memories.
Right?
Yes.
And this was my mom and dad went over to Hawaii and asked us if we wanted to join them, and we said yes. My sister was pregnant with her first one, so she didn't, but then my brother and his wife ended up over there, so it was most of the family. And it was Caitlin's first airplane ride, and she did great. And so Hawaii kind of has a little soft spot in our hearts. And but a lot of triangles, a lot of strips, and the journaling that I've yet to finish. But
yes, there's a few blanks
Yeah.
there, but you've got stuff. She's got some stuff there.
yeah, some just simple embellishments, double mats. But that's how we started back then, and all of the Mrs. Grossman stickers and.
Well, and travel. Lori mentioned that was her first scrapbook too. Travel from Europe, and I think a lot of us started out with a trip or a wedding or a new baby, and that's how a lot of us started scrapbooking.
Yeah, and pocket pages, even before I knew what pocket pages were kind of about. So it's just kind of fun to go back, and
It is.
my kids will be seen taking them off the bookcase and looking through them, and they kind of like my sarcasm in the scrapbooks that you'll see, and so they kind of laugh. So this is my brother, and then his wife, and then Jeff and I, and we went to a luau. So
You were just a little bit younger then.
yeah,
a little bit.
more naive. And then I went small. I decided to try something different, so I went small, and I made Caitlin an alphabet book in 2003.
Oh.
And so I used the alphabet, of course, but then all of the pictures on every page is a family member or an object that starts with that letter. So Jonathan loved his bouncy ball, so I put him in the picture, and bath time, all the bees.
I think there's a lot of comments. A lot of people started with creative memories. They did a great job of getting many of us scrapbooking.
We had camped at Jellystone, and we have our favorite Uncle Jerry, and so we just.
And I bet it's fun for her to look back, and she'll be showing that to Reagan.
Yeah, she will. And then I decided, kind of the teacher in me, once you get to Z, then
you didn't
you
stop.
go, no,
Oh my
you
gosh.
don't stop.
I've
You-
never seen anyone do the numbers before. Good
So-
idea.
And I tried to do things that were like suitable for us. And so, we do like to walk, and we love to camp, and Jeff fishes every once in a while. And then we love zoos. Our family vacation centered around science centers and zoos when we were traveling, because you could get discounted tickets.
Being a teacher, you mean?
Being a member of the Blank Park and Living History
okay.
Farms combo. And then we did colors.
Penny, this is a great idea.
And then we did shapes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That's a great idea for anyone
Then
that's
we
doing
did
an alpha.
calendar.
Oh my God, it doesn't stop. It's like the ever ready rabbit. It keeps on going.
Yeah. So Diane just told me this morning I need to sign it.
You do need to write something there.
So that was one of my early ones.
Penny, I do love that idea. And I bet I'd like to know if anyone has done that, gone on with the numbers and the shapes and everything. I think and the colors. I think that's cool.
I found out that I wanted to try something digital. And so this was one of my earlier digital albums. And I actually got to experiment with like the color of the cover, and you can put, quote, digital ephemera on the cover. And so it's like, oh, but basically the rest of the scrapbook, I realized that I enjoy doing it because I am kind of that computer person.
Right.
But I love the touchy-feely. I like to glue it down. I like to tape it down. But it's another way of meeting my goal of getting our vacations done before school started again in the fall.
Oh, is that your goal then?
We took off. We would always tell church that we would take off the month of July when the kids were little, since we were both teachers, and we would travel, and we would camp, and we would vacation and spend time with family. And
Nice.
so yeah, that's kind of what we did. But I just kind of simple matted and then tried to, find, what can I do up there, and find some stitching. And now I just have to
think
remember
this
to
is
do that in
great.
real life. But I never thought, even when I saw this, I never thought that I could really do that in life. I could sew
now
on
you
paper.
can. Now you
I
can.
can't. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. So yeah, we just
You're getting lots of pictures on there too.
my main focus in scrapbook is the pictures. All the stuff comes later. But when I scrapbook, it's around the pictures. My goal is to, get this many pictures on a page. Proof in point.
Fireworks. Yes.
Yeah. So that
Very, very cool.
that was a digital. My other digital one that I brought to share, actually, I brought to show just basically the cover. You can actually put pictures on the cover. And I thought that's really cool, because then I can remember more about the vacation pictures that are inside.
What it was, yeah.
So it's kind of fun to dress up differently, and even the back.
Very cool. Penny, there's been several comments about your ABC, and Christine said it best. She called it your ABC Plus album.
Yeah.
And Letha said she's made those. They're long since wore out. And lots of people have done the ABCs and do the creative memories, and they think you need to make one for your new granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
She
Well,
will.
everybody knows that I am a water drinker, and so I've started collecting some stickers, and I put on my thermos. It usually goes with me if I go anywhere in the morning.
It's like bumper stickers.
It is. So that's just me. Hawaii, Disney. I'm a dog mom. I love gnomes. I started collecting gnomes when we went to Minnesota with the Memory Bound trip.
Oh, you did. Okay,
Yep.
let's see what you got.
So I also grew up, my mom doing ceramics. So there's that glazed expressions. I went over there and I saw this.
Oh, so you made it?
I made it. And
it's-
it's treats for us
got-
for later.
All right, she brought treats.
So I like doing new things, and I enjoy ceramics. This is a new thing I just did. So this is Grandma's book. So Caitlin, if you're watching on the replay, I have this on one of the bookcase shelves. And so when Miss Reagan comes to visit, we'll take pictures and we'll add it to the book. And then when Baby Zaug gets here, Baby Zaug will share picture space in the book also. So Elmo loves you. Everybody loves something. Babies love noise.
Is this your
Birds love
Elmo?
singing. It is my Elmo. I just bought just to put next to the book, so that
Oh my gosh.
they can hold the book while we go through the story. So
Well, that's true. Yeah, and you can take pictures of them.
yeah,
With
and it's
Elmo
great
in
for 2x3s.
Yeah,
Or 3x2s or 2x2s or whatever. So Sandy and I went through the book and we decided that we wanted to add things to it. And so we looked at this page and we said, well, let's make this girl. And so we made it with a scallop circle and then punches of circles and then more punches. And then we took the punch with the yellow, which is like two-toned, and we just started cutting off little bits, and that became her hair.
Oh, that Penny, that's so cute.
And the white Posca pen we added to her eyes, and then we used the Tim Holtz stackable tile hearts.
Little heart. So these are going to be ready for Penny to add pictures with
So
her and her grandkids.
Yep. So of course, then we had to do Bert, and so we took a circle, but then we had to trim him down.
He doesn't exactly have a round face.
Yep. So then we had a few pages, and then we had Count
That's a
Dracula.
really good count.
We added some numbers.
Do we have a paper with ABCs on it?
Then we had Ernie loves to play drums, so I tend to have some music things around my house.
Yeah,
since
being a
that's-
music teacher.
Yeah. So I found my itty bitty little music punch, and just punched it and put it in there in the hearts. We can count those and all that good fun
Well, and
stuff.
Penny, I'd like to make a comment because it looks like you're using mostly petite prints.
It is. It's all Doodlebug.
So the Doodlebug petite prints, they go so well with these little golden books because they're very subtle. They're not plain, but they're very subtle patterns and they're small patterns.
Yeah. So we don't know who this character is. Maybe somebody does, but we just made space for photos and a monster on every page. I found some little bows in my stash, and
Did Sandy make one of these too?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And sometimes I would make two of something and give her one, and she'd make two of things
Yeah.
and then give me one. And it's been a lot of fun doing it with somebody too. So then we had monkeys, and I was like, well, what are we going to do for monkeys? Well, we had to do bananas. So we got our punch out, and we just did little slivers, and then we just tied a little bow on the
that
top.
turned out
and
perfect.
so, but I have been intrigued since I've started working at Memory Bound. I have been intrigued with flaps.
It's for an ABC book.
So, then this one, school's out and everybody's here, so we decided we had to have a little Elmo because he's all about the book. But then Cookie Monster and Grover are seen coming out of the school, so we added Grover and Cookie Monster. These should look familiar because those are in the Jim Burbred stamp set from last Christmas, and I just added another little circle punch and then cut out little around some fingers.
Oh, clever. You did it. I think that Elmo right there is, gosh, you could make that on the front of a card. It's just circles, a scallop circle
Yep.
and then circles.
Yep. And more hearts.
People are loving this.
And then I had to do an Oscar the Grouch. And I decided his eyebrows needed to be a different color. So I just kind of took a brown marker and colored him in. And because I got to look in it, he really does have brown. I
he
may go
does.
back and change that. But just,
Very cute, Penny. And I love this one.
you know, they're in the pool. So we had to come up with something else. And I said, well, we can't just have his head popping up there. So we just kind of created another triangle and stuck it down in there.
Yeah. That's really neat.
So it ends up with little Elmo, and we have the full body here at the store. So I thought that would be perfect with little googly eyes. And then I'll sign it down here. Thanks, Diane. And
Yeah, you need to do that.
so that's my very first golden book. Thanks, Chris Turner, for the use of your cinch. It was awesome.
Okay, and we had a question. So this is a real golden book.
Yes,
Penny bought a book,
$4.99 on Amazon.
and she cut it apart, and then she put her new pages in, and then she bound it with the cinch.
Yep.
So, and it's not a kit, everybody. I'm really
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
It's
Oh,
not a
sorry.
kit. We've had golden book kits before, and the ones we've had, if you don't have a cinch, you can bind them with rings also, book rings.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to have a kit. Our kits in the past weren't bound with the cinch wires because people have to assemble their books with all your pages before you bind them, and we couldn't really do that and have a kit.
Right.
So we did book rings. So
Right. And there's other, you know, binding
and we might have to
things.
get a golden book. I've been wanting to do another golden book kit, so maybe we'll do it.
You know, the little red hen is on my table, and what's the rabbit one? The Easter rabbit.
I don't know. We've done Christmas, Easter, Father's Day, Halloween, and we did a birthday one. So
I have an Easter one that we're working on, and we actually took some of the paper, the new paper that just came out.
oh, perfect.
So this is one of
This is a great idea for people.
This is one of my Christmas. This one thing I tend to do every year. So this one starts with 2010, and then I just randomly opened it to 2014. So it usually starts with our Christmas letter and our family picture. My kids have humored me every year that it's just something that we do. We do a family picture. We set up the camera on a tripod. We either run around and push the button and time it, or now I have a remote clicker. And then I put in cards that are from somebody special or that I just like the the artwork on them, or I cut bits and pieces off of them. Anytime anybody sends me a picture one, it makes the book.
It's a great way to keep your Christmas cards because so many of them are photo cards.
Cards now, yep. And it's nice to kind of go back. Well, if you get a picture one, chances are last year you got one. You can kind of see maybe the names are on it this year and they weren't last year, and you can just kind of keep up with the families a little bit better. And
Penny, we do have a special message for you.
what's that?
Caitlin says hi, Penny, and Reagan says hi.
Aw, good morning, girls. I'll see you
Those are
tomorrow.
her special girls.
Those are my girls. My other one's probably in bed. She just did a 12-hour shift yesterday.
Ooh.
And then I end the year with letters that we get from other families.
Oh, that's so nice to look back on because it's telling you the piece of their life from that year.
Right. And so, here's the next year and the letter and our family
Looks like
picture.
we have some coordinating outfits here.
Oh, yeah. I think that begins the time of... Caitlin usually would tell us, what's our theme?
What are you wearing?
What are we wearing, Caitlin?
Oh, that's great, though. It's fun to see how you change throughout the years.
Oh, yeah.
How your family's growing, which this coming Christmas, you're going to have 2 extra little
Yeah.
people. So this is a great way to save your Christmas cards if you don't know
Yep.
what to do with them.
It's just fun. And that way, it's a keepsake, and here's the letters.
And I would give them out at Christmas and put them out on display.
Oh, yeah.
Sue says, I would put my first and last card each Christmas, then I would cut out the signatures on the other cards. So there are people that are saving them also.
Another thing I like to do is do embroidery. I like to pay attention to the scenery when we're traveling in the car, and I don't want to always be on my phone, so I picked up embroidery that I hadn't done for many years. So I worked on the days of the week to kind of practice, and then Caitlin and Joey and Jonathan and Sarah have been the recipients of some new towels.
Oh, nice.
And I think it was Jonathan that said, but I don't want to use them. I said, yeah, use them. I made him use them, and then I'll just make you more.
We have some from Doug's great Aunt Lois that she embroidered and gave us. And it also his grandma. And I hated to use them, but we did use them.
Well, I pulled out one from the drawer. It said Friday, and it's not white like Thursday is.
You did coordinate your day.
Yeah,
I just
that's what
realized
Jeff
that.
said.
Today
He
is,
goes-
and you did that on purpose?
No, it was just the one that I had finished last, and it was still in my bucket.
Oh, okay. Well, it worked out perfect, Penny.
And since I'm a dog mom, I like to do dogs, and so.
Sandy said she loves our little books.
Oh, good. They're a lot of fun.
Now this is really interesting.
Okay.
Everyone. You're gonna enjoy this.
So I didn't want to do a 2-page layout. I didn't want to do a little album, but I heard everybody else's ideas, and I said to Jeff, okay, sit down. You're going to watch Kelly's video with me, and then you're going to help me come up with what I'm going to do. So that was our homework last week, and so I said, we like to play games. We like lots of family time. And so it evolved into my new game board. So it's time to play.
It's perfect, Penny.
When I grew up, my initials were Pep, and my dad would call me Peppy. Peppy. And I was Peppy, and it was kind of very fitting. Now that I'm married.
Yes, it is very fitting. It still is.
Now that I'm married, my initials are Pepsi, which is my favorite. Diet Pepsi is my favorite soda, if I had a soda. And then sometimes my initials are Pez, even though I don't like the candy. But
We'll have to call you Pez.
yeah.
Pezzy.
So I am generally cold, and so I have a friend whose daughter does some heat pressing. So I ordered Yes, I'm Cold Me 24/7. So it's extra big so I can wear as many layers underneath it as I want to. I grew up in Sheraton. My dad worked for Hy-Vee. I worked at Hy-Vee in the accounting department in the summer when I was able to drive. That's my family. I'm the middle child. My parents, Max and Joyce, and then my sister Susan and my brother Mike. We all live in the area now. My sister's about 6.5 miles away, and so we are very close. which is awesome. If we go on down,
We're following the game board.
yeah, we're following the game board. My dad, when he was not at work, it's a good thing we didn't have cell phones back then because he became disengaged. We did a lot at Lake Rathbun, and we grew up there. We boated there. We skied there. We pontooned there. I had a little sailboat there, and that's how we camped. And we took those 2-week vacations in the summer. We had the camper, and off we would go, and that's why we kind of still do it today. Then going on, as I get older, I decided that I was going to become a music education major at UNI because that was the teaching school. And my first job, as I've already told you, was at Centerville, where I met Jeff. We now tease him, and he has lots of grumpy shirts, and that's what he wears, but we love Disney. And one Christmas, we all had a Disney elf basically shirt. So I was wheezy and he was grumpy, and we had bashful and sleepy and
Fun.
Jeff is from West Bend, and he actually proposed to me at the Grotto. So if you've ever been to West Bend and seen the Grotto, he grew up on the farm outside of West Bend. Eventually, our first house was in Mitchellville, and then we moved after we had Caitlin to the house that we're living in now. I sold Party Light just as a little side income, not really for a side income, but for more socialization outside of school people. And so then I became involved in Creative Memories. I had a good friend that sold it, and she had lots of crops, and so that began my scrapping career. And I call it a career.
I love it.
And then it was time for Jeff and I to start our own family. So the game board evolves.
It gets bigger.
And my new title is now Mom. And we have Caitlin, who is a preschool teacher here in Ankeny, and they live in Indianola. And Jonathan is working on his doctorate degree at Iowa State. When we were camping, Jonathan was 2, and we came across a motorhome that was for sale. And so why not potty train while you're camping and going down the road rather than stopping?
Why not?
Why not? So that became the beginnings of our camping. Because truth be told, we started with the tent with Caitlin, and she rolled out underneath the tent one day. And anyway.
Had to upgrade.
Yeah, we had to upgrade. Then, of course, school life and many, many summers of camping. Then we obtained Elliot in 2014, and he's been part of the family ever since, and he still is going strong, 9 years old man. We've always been active in church. We now attend the Mitchellville Christian Church, and we do a lot of volunteering there. Jeff and I still like to travel, and he is now retired. Before he was retired, we added Joey to the family. Joey and Caitlin got married in I'll get it wrong. I'm not even going to say.
Better not say it 'cause
Nope.
she's watching.
Yeah. Then we've added Sarah, and then we are both retired at this point. And so, these were significant others. And so now Joey and Caitlin got married after I retired. My new title is now mother-in-law.
Oh, I love how you're adding all your titles. That's good.
And after I was mother-in-law, I became an employee at Memory Bound, and I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Oh, good.
And I found my little niche as in Copic coloring, so I wanted just to add my little picture of my Copic coloring one day that I did here. We now have a camper lot at Holiday Lake, and one of the sunsets that I took from back by the fire
beautiful.
pit. So that's our current trailer that's in storage that will be back out there very soon. So we have a little bit of work to do this year. Sarah and Jonathan got married, and so we're now all married and all got jobs, and one grandbaby and one on the way. We do a lot of game time around our dining room table. We spend a lot of time after meals doing games. We do a lot of family dinners. Sometimes I'll just, on a whim, I'll say, hey, let's go out for dinner Thursday night, and I usually have 4 volunteers to join me. And so this was
love
just
that.
a family dinner time that we had. And then this is a family dinner plus one. We've added Grant to our family now. Grant is I'm going to call him my adopted son. He was Jonathan's best man in his wedding, and he has now returned to Iowa State. So he's working on his doctorate degree also. And
nice.
he's from Minnesota, so I'm his close mom.
His Iowa.
His Iowa mom. Yep. And so then we move around to my new and improved happy place. Jeff put new flooring in. He's basically made everything for me in that to my specifications. I'm very spoiled, and he's very good to me.
Well, he custom built a lot of the pieces.
Oh, yeah. My cupboard is custom. My desk, my new hutch is custom. Two of the other desks I found, one was given to me, one was a Salvation Army. The bookcase is custom made from many years ago, and I have a Cameo Cricut holder that's custom designed. Yeah, I'm very blessed, and I love my family. My newest title is Grandma. This was my mom's little sign that we gave her that's now been repainted. Caitlin painted it, and Grandma and Grandpa's memories made, words of wisdom, and lots of love. So we'll put that up at our house. So you've already met sweet baby Reagan, and then we will be announcing a new baby boy come early September or late August.
Is
from
Reagan
Babies Out.
2 weeks old?
Reagan will be 2 weeks old tomorrow.
Okay. She's growing up fast.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well,
So that's me.
Penny, I think there's a lot of comments about how clever it was to do a game board about your lives, and what a good way, even kind of the telling about yourself, and it kind of goes with me in 23. You could do it with that.
Yeah.
And Julie says she loves that you have family dinners and play games, and
Oh, all the time.
they love your craft room. They love it all. What a clever idea. And you could put this in your scrapbook very easily, and you could pull it out, and it does look like a game board, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very clever.
I thought even I could put some numbers on the circles, like what year I started Party Light and what year I
sure.
started. But then I was like, I just kind of like simple.
I think it'd be cool if you were doing a birthday party for somebody, like, say, a 70 or 80 or 90-year-old birthday party, and you could kind of take that person's life
Oh, yeah.
and do a game board.
Oh,
I think that
yeah.
would be really cool. All right,
Katie?
Penny,
Katie?
thank you. Thank you so much. We
my
all
pleasure.
enjoyed that so much. I learned a lot. They love your layout. It's really fun. We got asked a long time ago when Penny showed her ABC Plus album. I'm going to call it ABC Plus. We don't have a paper right now that you could just cut apart with the alphabets, but Katie went and found these alphabet stickers, and they're a little bit larger. They're $3.99, and you could easily use those for your ABC book. And you could even mix up the colors, and they're
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of general, so then you can add your own thing. Okay, before we go, last but not least for sure, tomorrow Maggie is doing the Meet the Staff Who's Who at Memory Bound, and Maggie is doing it off-site. So she's going to log in and tell you about herself, and she's got some note cards that she made with some Tim Holtz stamps, and she's going to tell you about that and show it. We're pretty excited. Maggie's not here in town, so she had her daughter drop this by, and what this was Maggie's very first ever mixed media project. And I think it was with a guest instructor that came to Memory Bound, and she took the class, and Maggie said this is her favorite project ever. And what she did was she took old family pictures of her growing up and put them in this book. And of course, Maggie
my
doesn't have this to show you
gosh.
tomorrow, and we will not be on the video, but I wanted to show it today. Many of you know Maggie as our mixed media guru, you might say, and so I thought you might really enjoy revisiting this project. And you can see she's got pictures.
Oh.
Maggie grew up in a very large family. I'm not sure how many siblings. I've been told, but there's a whole bunch of them. And she'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But she said that she just loves this album and all the different techniques. It was a book, so it's an altered book. And I thought we would flip through it since Maggie's not going to be able to show it tomorrow.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yep, so there she is with her siblings. And
A smile flash happens. No, a smile happens in a flash, but the memory can last a lifetime.
yeah,
Wow.
I think that's a note about taking pictures. Be sure and take pictures and print them. Here's a page with the
it
kids out playing
snow.
outside, and she's got 3 tags that have all been, looks like sprayed and
Oh.
embossed.
No, I don't think
And-
they come out. Okay.
So she,
Oh, wow.
it's just filled with techniques. And don't you love the old pictures? They're
Oh,
just
I do.
precious.
So, Maggie, if you're watching now or later, so I hope that you're going to like do a class like this for us.
I know, wouldn't that be nice
Well, yeah.
to do an altered book? There she is right there.
Oh my. Show me the money.
And she was in the newspaper, and it's kind of funny because it talks about how she won $2 in an art contest for her drawing called Fishing in the Old Stream in 6th grade.
Oh,
Wouldn't you love to see? And look, oh, you guys, look, she's even holding her $2.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very glary. There
Yeah.
we go. So those are really good memories. And, you know, if you have old pictures, it's so fun to look back on them. I love old pictures anyway.
First communion. Oh my. Oh, Maggie, what a keepsake.
So she,
I'm glad your daughter has it.
people would like it. They're all saying they want a class like this.
Yep. Okay, Maggie.
Well, maybe we can do an altered book class. I think that would be fun.
Oh,
And then the back actually has like a shadow box in it. And it says here that these are some of Maggie's favorite things. And there's her house where she grew up.
Oh, that
and her
is
dad.
amazing.
So the cover alone is amazing.
Yeah.
So Maggie, thank you for sharing that. And we'll have to thank her daughter for dropping that off so we could show it. Tomorrow, Maggie will be here doing her Meet the Staff, Who's Who at Memory Bound. So she will be right here at the same time, and she'll be broadcasting off-site. Doesn't that sound like?
It's amazing.
It just sounds so cool.
Yeah.
So she'll be here. You'll be able to put questions in, and guess what? Dawn is coming kind of back for that morning, and she's going to be videotaping Maggie. So those two will be doing our video tomorrow, and it should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. We'll continue our Who's Who at Memory Bound Meet the Staff. And Penny, thank you so much for today. It was so fun to
welcome.
meet and learn about you. And I think they loved your albums. I think the ABC Plus. I'm not going to forget that now. So that was really cute. So everyone have a crafty day. Remember that our Valentine's and our winter, thank you, Penny, are 30% off. So you can purchase those online, or you can come on in and see us, and they're 30% off. So everybody have a fabulous day.